And joining me here to my side is Chelsea, and she's whipped up one of the signature dishes here. Chelsea, tell me, what's inside this? We've been watching the 3D view here on the radar picture for some possible hail right now. That looks to be rather limited. 70s and 80s right now. Overall, very comfortable across our area. Have a little bit of a descent. So more than likely it is falling out of the ground at this location. Look in between first and second base, water in between the base paths, and even on this grass, kind of spongy. Confirmed tornado by this video near the Plainview area. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we have currently, a tornado watch. Stay away from windows and expect to see some gusty winds here. This is the leading edge of the bow that we're concerned with, so getting towards Viola as we move out towards and next in line to see some of this activity, places like Cresco, any minute now. So tough to come back to work after that weekend, but if you're going to do it, you got to do it like me, come to the beach. Radar sampling of 72 miles per hour. This warning is in place for those winds up to about 60 miles per hour.
On the carousel, I love it.
Well, you know, I tried to do the zipper thing that spins as you go up and down in the air. Can't get a camera in there, so we figured this is about the best we can do. Dover, Iota, Viola, getting into Plainview, and eventually St. Charles with the winds up to 60 miles per hour. Maybe one area of interest we're going to watch, and it would be over Spring Valley right now, where winds would be kind of moving in opposing directions. Right about there, right over Highway 63 and 16 moving to the north. Again, if we do see any tornadic activity from here on out, it looks to be the brief spin-up variety, which is awfully tough to get a lot of lead time in that activity. But we have a tornado watch for everyone here this evening running through various points. I'm expecting our severe risks to hang around here locally through what looks like about 8 or 9 o'clock this evening. Across North Iowa, we have some severe thunderstorm warnings, Floyd County, Worth, Winnebago, Hancock, and Cerro Gordo. This is part of a bigger line that is rising up from the south. Here's a look at the view overall. We're looking at this line curling back towards Mason City. While it doesn't look like much here, once we switch radar sites, you'll see a much different story. Let's zoom in a little bit close to the Austin area. We have Storm Tracker 6 meteorologist Jim Peterson here with us. One cell near the Blooming Prairie area, so we're going to be watching that for you closely as we zoom out and take a look at the cell near Charles City. This storm is capable of producing hail up to the size of quarters, also 60-mile-per-hour winds, and we put a track on things. You see a few of the communities next in line to see this cell as it rises from the south. This overall line of storms has been responsible for producing up to 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts across parts of central Iowa, lesser so as it moves us towards the region around 50 to 60 miles per hour, but that is enough to cause some damage. We've been watching the 3D view here on the radar picture for some possible hail right now. That looks to be rather limited and near the Rockwell area. Here's that cell over Cerro Gordo in Hancock County. Again, it does appear a little bit stronger here, and in this vicinity, right around Highway 18, is where the most likely area that we are seeing those wind gusts to 50 to 60 miles per hour. Look at things curling around, very potent as it rides down Interstate 380 in eastern Iowa with some damaging winds down there. Here's the setup as we have a warm front lifting northward, cold front powering in from the back on the west side. Now what we're doing here is wrapping in some warmer air out ahead, cooler air on the back side, and given our proximity to the center of low pressure here, it is providing us with a certain element of spin in our air. So what we're looking at here is embedded into some of these thunderstorms. We could see some brief spin-up tornadoes, and we have seen an unconfirmed report that one may have actually happened near Plainview in Wabasha County. So that's something we're going to be looking into and checking out any prospective damage in the area. We'll have an update for you throughout the evening. Temperatures mainly in the 60s, but some 70s tucked away in there. We're starting Storm Tracker at the 7 o'clock hour as this activity moves into southern Minnesota. Now we'll be watching for the wind gusts. Right now looks to be the primary concerns, but we could see a spin-up tornado along that activity as it rises to the north. By 10 o'clock, our severe risk has largely come to a close, but it doesn't mean the rain is done just yet. It's going to hang around with us through the majority of the overnight. We're paused at 2 o'clock here, still ongoing in southeast Minnesota, but we are trending drier towards daybreak on Thursday. Thursday is going to be a cooler somewhat damp day for us, a little on the cloudy side as well. Right now we're sitting at a temperature of 67. Get ready for 50s going into tomorrow, and an abrupt change is going to be heading our way. Temperatures are going to slink down into the upper 40s, and this low actually likely occurs around mid-morning tomorrow. And those temperatures just don't see much movement tomorrow. 54 degrees. Drastically cooler, and we'll have a little bit of a breeze too to make things maybe feel a little bit worse than it actually is. Remember, 2 days ago we were in the upper 80s. Sharp change coming our way. Middle to upper 50s to about 60 degrees. Here's that 7-day forecast. Cool showers Friday and Saturday, and as we get into the weekend, those temperatures do try to rebound on us just a little bit. We're going to be watching the severe weather scenario unfold over the next couple of hours as the storms move up from the south into southeastern Minnesota. It does look like a slight weakening trend has occurred, but we're going to be watching for damaging wind potential along that entire line for about everyone as it does move up to the north. We'll keep you updated right here on ABC6. Don't forget KAAL-TV.com as well as our mobile app, ABC6 News Now.
Chris, this is quite the storm coming our way.
Heavy snow is really coming down in all of our local areas. I'm going to step off screen so you can get the full look at this picture. This is the Austin Tower Cam. Watch off the roof of the building there where the wind is just whipping that snow right along. It is very, very heavy falling to the ground. Same picture in Albert Lee. You can contrast it there off the lights. It's coming down. The wind is picking up. And we're talking about rates falling right now in the realm of 1 to maybe 2 inches per hour. That's enhanced by thunderstorms moving through the region. 32 degrees in Albert Lee. Wind is out of the northeast at 20, but we're starting to find gusts pop upwards 30 to 35 miles per hour. In your planner tonight, snow through it all. And the wind, too, that's going to be enhanced overnight into tomorrow, too. Here's what to expect. That heaviest snow is falling right now and will continue through about daybreak tomorrow. Thunderstorms are in there, too, and of course, we talked what that is doing to the current snowfall totals right now, and then the winds as well. And we'll lay it all on the line and talk about them in detail coming up. First, look at the scope here. All this moisture off thunderstorms ballooning our way, and that's really picking up the steam in terms of our snowfall. That moisture overrunning this warm front right now, and it is just unloading over the local area. Check out that enhanced band just north of Highway 14 towards Owatonna, but again over Austin and Albert Lee at the moment too. And this is kind of the area where we're talking some thunderstorms in the works. And we're seeing several reports of lightning, even some graupel, if not straight up hail, mixing together with snow. That goes to show you how potent and dynamic this storm system is. Numerous locations where the visibility is dropping to a half of a mile or less, quarter mile, 0 in Algona, and this is where areas are seeing travel not being advised. And this is only going to continue to spread eastward with time. That wind is ramping up. That's why we have a blizzard warning in place for all of our local counties. Notice to the north, things have kind of been shaved off. A dry northeasterly breeze, which stunted some of the early snow here initially this evening, has kept some of those northern areas from seeing snow. Couple that with a southward shift. Wind gusts right now around 25 to 39 miles per hour in Charles City right now, and they're going to continue to stay strong tonight into tomorrow. Commonly found around 35 to 40 miles per hour out of the north, turning slightly northwesterly as we go into tomorrow evening. That's when they'll finally start to die off a little bit, but we won't get a calm breeze until we go into the later stages of Saturday, so it's going to be some time. Heavy snow tonight, couple that with the wind. Of course, that's our big trouble spots in the forecast as it sits right now. Heavy snow with the dark blue traversing the area tonight. We're paused at 1 o'clock here. A brief break is possible right around daybreak, but we're going to pick it right back up and continue with that snowfall as this shield pivots around. It's going to exit the area by tomorrow evening. We're paused at 10 o'clock. The sunshine should come back out on Saturday, but those conditions aren't going to be better instantaneously. We have made some subtle tweaks here to account for the sharper cutoff to the north. Notice those totals really do dwindle moving northwest. Same possibility down to our south and east where the rain is still trying to hold on to an extent. In the middle, that's where we are. And I have trimmed the high end just a little bit, but we are expecting some substantial snow totals. Widespread area wide, we're expecting around 8 to 14 inches in ABC6 lands. travel, it's going to be very difficult. Whiteouts at time, of course, you can get the latest updates by downloading our ABC 6 News Now mobile app. That will keep you up to date as we go throughout the duration of the storm. About 24 hours now we have to get through. Let's go ahead and quickly go through that forecast. 28 degrees for tonight. Not much movement on the temperature scale for tomorrow with those strong winds just blowing across the region. Here's that 7-day forecast. We'll need a couple of dry days to recover. I could still expect some residual impacts from this storm all the way until Sunday. Active pattern into next week too.
Yeah, definitely be safe out there. Of course, with the snow already hitting the ground, it's going to be dangerous out there.
I'll be here watching it all night.
All right, thanks so much, Chris.